She's also been a guest on this show. We called the Bleckley County Sheriff's Office, who confirmed Sheriff Coody is still the sheriff. Said he was not in the office today. They refused to comment further on the incident, but provided this comment, which says, quote, Sheriff Coody understands and appreciates the efforts taken to protect the privacy of the victim in this case. I don't know what that means, but it would be improper for Sheriff Coody to contact the other party at this time, but he looks forward to personally expressing his regrets for any offense at the appropriate opportunity. Sheriff Coody previously was with the Georgia State Patrol for 20 years before being terminated in 2007 after multiple incidents, including a criminal complaint by his ex-wife after he allegedly allowed a 12-year-old girl to drive his patrol cruiser on the highway. What's bizarre is we aren't talking about an alleged minor incident. If this is true, another sheriff felt the need to step in and pull off Coody from Judge Hatchett. If convicted, he faces up to 12 months behind bars. Joining us now, attorney Jesse Weber, host for the Law and Crime Network, which I founded. Jesse, good to see you. So what else do we know about this alleged incident?
We're learning more disturbing allegations about how this actually happened. Apparently, he was in a conversation with the judge, and she said, oh, where's Bleckley County? And he said, oh, it's the heart of Georgia, and actually put his hand on her intimate parts 3 times. And you know what's interesting is that you call it the victim. We have to protect the privacy of the victim. It was Judge Hatchett who wanted this unsealed. It was Judge Hatchett who wanted to make this known so that she could be powerful to other women who have gone through this before.
Now, he is still the sheriff there, correct?
Yes, and this is the kind of oddity, right? So under Georgia law, since he's only been charged with a misdemeanor, there's really no way to get him out immediately. There's obviously the governor can get involved. There's a process where he could be suspended for a series of months. The other thing that really is being on the table is could there be a recall by the people to get rid of the sheriff? But right now there's no signs that's actually happening.
But the case will go forward. Is this the sort of thing you think that might plead out?
Yeah, I mean,
when you look at his statement, right, it seems like he's not even really denying it, right? He's just saying he wants to talk to her and effectively apologize.
That's what it seems like to me, because, you know, this is actually a misdemeanor, yes, but it's also called a high and aggravated nature misdemeanor, which he could face 12 months behind in jail. He could face a $5,000 fine. You have his organization, not only the Georgia Sheriff's Association, but also the Bleckley County Sheriff's Office, who are not really defending him in this. And it just seems that if there's multiple eyewitnesses from sheriffs who are turning on him, it's not a great case for him to go to trial.
Right. I mean, that's part of the problem here, is that the eyewitnesses, if it actually was going to go to trial, would all be current or former law enforcement officials.
This is not a case of we're going to protect our own. This is we're going to push him out because he's not one of us. You know, that's exactly what this is.
And we invited Judge Hatchett to come on the show today, and it seems that she doesn't want to get more publicity about this. She didn't want to come on the show tonight, but I expect this will get resolved pretty quickly, one way or the other.
I do. I think it's shocking that it took this long for something to happen, considering his record is so questionable. Yeah, allegation that he had a 12-year-old driving his car, which was bizarre, and then also this allegation that apparently he got into a physical confrontation with someone else. This person actually hit his 12-year-old son, and instead of staying at the scene and working with investigating officers, this is back in 2007, he removed his son from the scene and wouldn't cooperate with him. This guy has a very interesting, dark record, so the fact that this happened is just even more troubling.
Yeah, and look, sheriffs have enormous autonomy. I tend to be very pro-law enforcement on this show, but as we say, when someone engages in wrongdoing, at this point, alleged wrongdoing, they have to be held accountable. I think it's very important to maintain the faith in police officers, and the fact that it's all law enforcement who would be the key witnesses. It's another thing that makes this a tough defense.
Absolutely.
Jesse Weber, good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Thanks for coming in. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.